IsReal News, this is the morning briefing for Friday, March 20th. Iran's military has threatened to target Israeli and U.S. officials in global locations, including what it described as tourist and entertainment centers. IsReal News, Armed Forces the morning briefing for Friday, March 20th. Said reports also indicate that the head of intelligence would be for the Basij and could be targeted abroad. This comes as tensions continue during the ongoing conflict involving Iran, Israel, and the United States. In the Czech Republic, authorities are investigating a fire at an arms company as a possible terror attack after an anti-Israel group claimed responsibility. Interior Minister Lubomir Metnar said there is a likely link to terrorism. The company said the fire occurred at one of its warehouses. This occurs amid heightened security concerns across Europe. In the United Kingdom, 2 suspected Iranian spies have been arrested after attempting to enter a nuclear submarine base in Scotland, according to a report by The Sun. This takes place as concerns grow over Iranian-linked activity in Europe. Ukraine says it has deployed military units to 5 Middle Eastern countries to help protect civilian and critical infrastructure from drone attacks. Security Council Secretary Rustem Umerov said Ukrainian personnel are operating in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and Jordan. This comes as countries seek defenses against large-scale drone warfare. Switzerland has halted approvals for weapons exports to the United States due to the war involving Iran, citing neutrality. The government said exports of war materiel to countries involved in the conflict cannot be authorized during the war. This reflects broader international policy responses to the conflict. In Israel, multiple missile launches from Iran were reported throughout the morning, with at least 7 launches recorded. Emergency services said 1 person was moderately injured and several others lightly wounded, and a fire broke out at a home that was hit. This occurs as missile fire into Israel continues. The Israel Defense Forces say a spokesperson for Iran's Revolutionary Guards was killed in a targeted strike. Reports also indicate that the head of intelligence for the Basij was killed. This follows ongoing Israeli strikes targeting Iranian-linked personnel. Israeli military officials say current operations in Lebanon are aimed at weakening Hezbollah and accelerating efforts to disarm the group, as well as removing Iranian presence from the country. This comes as fighting continues along Israel's northern front. Israeli authorities have filed an indictment against a reservist soldier accused of transferring sensitive information to Iranian intelligence. Prosecutors say the individual provided details about the Iron Dome system and shared images and locations of military assets. This occurs amid warnings about Iranian efforts to recruit individuals for espionage. In the United Kingdom, lawmaker Nigel Farage said he would ban mass Muslim prayer events at historic public sites if he becomes prime minister. The comments come amid political debate following a public Ramadan event in London. This takes place during ongoing discussions about public religious expression. In Jerusalem, access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque has remained closed during the Eid al-Fitr holiday for the first time since 1967, according to international reporting. Tensions were reported near the Old City. This occurs amid the broader impact of the ongoing conflict on religious observance. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a clarification after remarks referencing a historical quote during a press conference were interpreted as criticism of Jesus. Netanyahu said the interpretation was fake news and stated he did not intend to offend Christians. This comes as reactions emerged from international audiences. U.S. stocks fell on Friday as markets continued to monitor the conflict involving Iran, Israel, and the United States. The Dow Jones Industrial Average traded slightly lower, while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite also declined. Oil prices remained elevated, with both West Texas Intermediate and Brent crude up significantly since the war began, amid concerns about attacks on energy infrastructure in the Persian Gulf. This occurs as investors assess the broader economic impact of the conflict. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.